Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and let's talk about this. This is a wall hanging piece that we are going to make in this video. We are making this actual piece. So of course I'm at the back end of the project now, but you're going to see this first. So anyway, this is what we're going to be making in today's video, and it's super gorgeous. You guys, please stay tuned and watch the entire video. It's well worth seeing the whole thing. That looks a little weird in that light, but it's all good. But anyway, this is absolutely stunning, and I am so excited about the way it turned out. I used some ornaments that my friend Sherry had sent me a while back, and just a few other little items, and came out with this gorgeous, gorgeous wall hanging, and I love it. So stay tuned. Please make sure that at some point during the video you give this a thumbs up, especially if you're enjoying the video, and that you make a comment down below. You guys are really helping me with those thumbs ups and my comments. It really does amazing things for me on my channel. So please, 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 if you would do that, I would greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. And I wanted to show you real quick, too, a couple of things that I made recently. I made this little puppy dog. Oh, my goodness. Is she not the cutest thing ever? Oh, my goodness. So I did this. I've been making a lot of puppy dogs and stuff. I have not mastered the kitty cat, you guys. I just haven't mastered it yet. I can't get the head dimensions right. And then I also made this adorable little teddy bear. Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I made another teddy bear, but that's going to one of my very dear friends. So she's already packaged up and ready to go. But look at how cute this one came out. She is just adorable. I gave her a little flower. Isn't she cute? Oh my gosh, she is so adorable. She's a pudgy little bear, but so super cute. And this puppy is one of the cutest I've made so far. And I just used a little bit of powder makeup to darken around the eyes and the mouth and stuff, and it really made a difference. It looks really, really cute. I don't know if I'm going to do that to any of my others before I put them in my shop, but I do have others that I am going to be putting in my shop. I just need to decide which two I'm pulling out for my grandchildren. And then once I figure that out, the rest are going to go into my Etsy shop. So you guys will be able to see them there. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys those as well. But we are going to, let's see. Uh-oh, what did I do with my phone? I had my phone right here. I was going to read a inspirational quote, and I know I had it right here, and I decided to wait to do it. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, you guys. Hopefully it's still popping up on Pinterest. It probably isn't. Oops, wrong place. Okay, yes it is. Okay, so it is, let's see. Oh, I love this one. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. That is so true, you guys. Here's another one. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to keep going when you feel like giving up. And that, you guys, that's so true too. I hope nobody's given up out there. I know things are crazy in our world right now, and you know, everybody's just waiting for things to get better and praying for things to get better. And I know I am one of them. And things have been quite rough around my household. So I know that many of you have been going through a lot of trials and things like that. And I pray for all of you guys every day. And I just hope that you all do well, and that you're all staying safe and taking care of yourselves, because it really, really does matter to me, and it matters to to those around you. So anyway, I just wanted to read those real quick. You guys, let's get busy on this project. I can't wait to show you the process. So thanks a lot. Let's go. Okay, you guys, let's get started on our project. I'm going to put that aside because I'm actually doing things sort of in reverse today. I'm going to do the beginning of this video at the end and pop it up to the front. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start on our project. Real quick though, before I do start that, I do want to show you guys some stuff that I have been working on. You know, I started doing sort of the wire wrapping things, and I did the dragonfly video. And I really, really loved the dragonfly so much, I thought, okay, next I have to try doing a butterfly. And so this was, well, actually, this was my next butterfly. And she's quite large. And I'm doing these sort of as plant sticks, you know, that you can poke them into your plants, or you can do whatever you want with them, really. You could turn these into the hangers like I normally do. You could turn them into brooches. This one is way too big for a brooch. It could be a beautiful ornament, but this one turned out amazing and gorgeous. And that's the back side. You know, these are really quite easy to make, you guys. I thought it was going to be much more difficult than it was. And I am just thrilled to death with these wire wrapped pieces. This was the next one that I did. And this is a smaller one. And I was going to sell this. But then after I got to looking at it, I thought there's something odd about this one. And when I looked at it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but to me, it looks like, let's put this underneath it. It looks like this bottom part of the wing is bigger than this one. And I don't know if it's because we've got stuff on this one, but I've never had that experience before. It looks like it's, I think what happened, if I turn it around to the back, this one looks like it's stretching out more this way. This one is more rounded, and I think maybe what I did was I accidentally squeezed this one and made it longer and narrower. And so it sticks out. It is still an absolutely gorgeous butterfly. I used some of my nail decals for this one. And it just turned out gorgeous. And the next one that I'm going to show you, I used the nail decals on that one as well. And it is even more gorgeous. This is the prettiest one I think I've made so far. Look at this beauty. She is just gorgeous. I had this rhinestone butterfly that my friend Sherry had sent me. She had sent me a few of them. And I only had this one and one other one. I still have this one left. Those are the only two I have now. And I decided to try and use it on this, and oh my goodness, it couldn't have fit any better in the center of this butterfly. And again, I used my nail charms. Let me see here if I can find a white piece of paper. Here we go. We have a white piece of paper. I think this will work a little bit better. Anyway, yeah. You can see I used the nail decals here, 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 and on this side. And then one of my porcelain roses. And then these are some acrylic roses that my friend Robin just sent to me. So I added a couple of those. And one of my earrings as a... one of my dangle earrings as, you know, and another embellishment on this one. Well, I just couldn't be happier than how this one turned out. It is absolutely stunning. And it's got a decent long post on it, and it looks beautiful in a plant. I will take a picture of it in one of my plants so that you guys can see just how gorgeous it looks that way. But again, this one could be turned into a brooch very easily just by putting a pin on the back side of it. And again, you guys, this wasn't all that hard to make. It's got a lot of embellishments that, you know, the embellishments are probably the most costly part of these. But so worth it, so worth the time that it takes. And I'm going to tell you, it probably doesn't take me any longer to do one of these than it does to do one of these butterflies. So it's just a different process is all. And I just happen to love the clear glass look of these. That just makes me so happy. It makes my heart sing. So I wanted to show you guys those because I am so proud of them and I think they are so beautiful. These are going to be going in my shop except for the one that has the weird wing. I figured I'll keep that one for myself and, you know, put it in one of my plants. And I learned from that next time I will not, I'll make sure that before I put the resin in the wings that I am sure that the wings are matching properly. So anyway, what we're going to be doing today, these are some ornaments that my friend Sherry sent me a while back. I've had these for quite some time, you guys, and I still hadn't done anything with them, and I've been wanting to. I just hadn't painted them, and every time I thought about painting them, I had run out of the white paint. So I would frustrate myself and then wait until I got paint again. Well, this time I got paint and I painted them. I've got these, and then I have 3 more of these, and then I had these 2 heart ones and this one. And so this is another set that I'm going to be making a little bit differently than today's. If we have a lot of time, I might do put that one together. But I kind of doubt it. I think we're just going to do this for today's video. Try and keep the video at a reasonable length. So, the way that I did it, I've got these come with a little acrylic piece on the top and a white piece of paper. And then the back. These are made out of MDF, you guys. And they are Dollar Tree frames. So, they each come with these 4 pieces. And the white paper is perfect for what I'm doing. I don't have to worry about painting the back piece or anything like that. These are stickers that I've had for quite a while. I bought these on Temu, and these are really, really gorgeous stickers. And this is what we're going to be using on this today. And we're just going to get to it, you guys. I'm going to show you what I had figured out to do on these. I already sort of set it up once. So that I could see exactly, you know, how I wanted it to look. And so really the easiest thing, you're going to figure out where you want, say, your butterflies to go. Since these are stickers, I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to put my sticker down on the paper, and we're going to be so careful so that it sticks in the right spot. So we want it in the middle, obviously. So it's mainly looking to see where your points are and then where your edges land here and here. And that looks pretty darn good. So there's one done. And we're going to do the other butterfly. And this one I had to cut some of the edges. Make sure you set it on your paper and see if there's anywhere that you have to cut off the edges of the plastic on this so that it's not hanging over. If you forget to do that, no worries. You can cut that off after you get the sticker on there. You still have that option. So it's not that big a deal. It's just easier for me if I know kind of the edges where they are going to go over. I know a little bit better how to place this when I'm putting it down onto the paper. And there's no saying that I'm going to get this perfect. I'm going to try like crazy, and I feel like that's pretty good. So we've got our two butterflies down, just like that. And the last one, oh, I thought I lost one of my acrylic pieces. I was going to cry. Okay, so the last one is going to be this beautiful little heart sticker. And this was a package of stickers that I bought a little while back. And, you know, all I could find is this one. And I don't know what I did with the rest of them, but I know I have a whole bunch of these somewhere. And honest to goodness, you guys, I think this is going to be so beautiful.
you could use any decals that you have. You could use any stickers that you have. My friend Deanna just sent me some wonderful stickers to use in some projects, and I was going to use some on my night lights, and I thought, oh, this would be a perfect place to use those stickers as well. So maybe on my last 3 of these, my set for the last 3, maybe what I'll do is I'll take the ones that Deanna sent me and make a wall hanging from that one. Now these all have little holes in them. On one side they had the eye screws, and they had a piece of twine hanging off of those. We're not going to use the eye screws on these, so I took those out before I painted them, but I'm going to use that dot as my point that, you know, I'll use to make these go in there straight, so that that's going to be at the top, and I can more easily get these in there the way that they should be. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little piece of acetate. Make sure it's clean, you guys. I'm just wiping this sort of on my pants here because that's what I do. They are clean. I've already cleaned them once, but I want to make sure there's no new dust on them. So I'm going to put the wooden piece, the paper with the sticker, and then the acetate on top. Here is my dot right here where the eye screw was, so I know that's right there. And I'm going to try and make sure that I get this in there straight. Let's see where we're at. And honestly, it doesn't really matter, you guys, now that I think about it, because that doesn't have to be there. I'm not using those screws. I'm not using that part of it, so it doesn't even matter. I've been worrying about that the whole time. So there's one butterfly. So now we can do this more quickly because we don't have to worry about putting it in that way. Now some of you might use that eye screw. You might want to have it just as ornaments, you know, that you use, in which case you'll want that eye screw and you'll want to get it in there straight. So we're just putting, and these have the little hinges here where you can keep them in and secure. So there's that one, and now we've got this one. So quick and easy to do this, you guys. Quick, quick, quick. And you could even change these out later on if you wanted to and put something different in there. You know, if you get tired of the look of these, you're all good to go. So that's what each one looks like. Are those not gorgeous, you guys? But what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to make it into a hanging. Whoops. I didn't get the acetate in this one. Okay, let me get that on there. I don't know how I missed that. I thought I got them all in there. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's going to go like this, and that's how it's going to look in the end, and I think it's going to be so pretty. Now, what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to take this trim, because I think it's so pretty and it's white, and it will go really, really nicely with, I don't like those scissors at all. It'll go really nicely with these. See how pretty that is? I'm going to cut this off right here. I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here, because there's a little bit of a, some of the threads that are sticking out right there, and I don't want any part of this to be sort of out of place. So if I put some glue on the back side of this, oh, those scissors are terrible too. And snip. And this piece I'll still use. I'm just going to save it for another day. I was originally looking at this lace and I thought, oh, that would be really pretty, but then I kind of felt like it was too wide. And I could cut it in half and use just half of this. But I really love this trim and I want to keep the white theme going and just have the blue in the pictures. So that is what we are going to do. Now I'm seeing here, this is all, see how this is all bent? I don't want that either. So we're gonna find a new spot here. Put a little bit of glue down. Press it down on my silicone mat. And now we're gonna snip it right there. Okay, and then I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't want this really, I don't know, let's see. I'm trying to think, do I want it hanging down the backs of these all the way? I think it'll keep it even if I do it that way. I think I will probably do that and just have the one little piece in between here. And I'm going to snip this at the top here. And I'm going to make a little, like a little tie or what have you for this at the top. And if I press this on the silicone, it's nice and cold and it will instantly set that glue. Okay, so that's that. So what we need to do is decide exactly where these are going to go. My mat, though, the problem is I've got these little things on this mat. And if I come down too far, you guys are not going to see this too well, but that's okay. We're okay. You can still see most of it. I'm going to put that there, put that there, and that there. I just want a small space in between each of these. Just about like that. Very pretty. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift that up right there. I'm going to pop some glue on there and set that down so that it is pointing straight up. And then this one, I think I'm just going to do like that. Make sure it is straight up and down and pop that down. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing. And it needs to go right about there, there, and there. And these are so lightweight, you guys. It's perfect because they're not going to, I don't want to get this all cockeyed. They're not going to weigh down the ribbon so much. Okay. Did I get that okay? I think that is good. So here we go. We've got all three of them together. Bloop. Okay. And then the next thing, now what we could do, I wonder what it would look like with that there, and if I had this ribbon sort of behind the white trim. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to add that. Oh, look how pretty that looks. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That is what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to add this. I'm so glad I thought of that. because I think this will add just that pop of blue behind it. I love this lace and I want to use it. So I found a way to use it and make it really, really stand out. So the first things first, I'm going to get this nice and straight here, and I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to bring this butterfly to the center, like that. And then we're just going to kind of go up, and as long as I keep my glue sort of in the center. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get it up here. Like that. It's nicely in the center there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and now same thing on this piece. And we're just going to come up like that. And I totally missed the boat on this piece of trim up here. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down better. Like that. Okay, so there we go. That looks beautiful.
With that blue and white
Lace at the bottom. Now here's the thing, you guys. I have this pretty seam binding that I actually crinkled. It's quite crinkly. I left it knotted up for quite a long time. But I really wanted to use that as part of the bow for the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual bow, which consists of just my sort of back and forth. I was actually thinking about using this, but it's a cream color, and I think that's gonna be too kind of off-putting, I think. So let me make sure I get these. I just got to make sure that I like this crinkled. I love crinkled bows. I love crinkled seam binding in anything. I love it. I think it is such a cool addition to anything shabby chic. So this is kind of my favorite kind of a bow, is with this crinkle binding. So I'm going to cut this now right there. I'm going to cut another little piece off of that. And that's what I'm going to use to go around the middle. And put this little bow together. I know my friends, I know I'm supposed to use a rubber band to put this together in the middle first, because it makes it easier to get everything together and get everything in the center and all that good stuff, because it is harder to do it this way and try and get your piece of ribbon tied in the exact right spot. But I usually do pretty well. And I usually only have to slide it over just ever so slightly. But see, now I've let go of my ends here. Hopefully, there we go. I've still got them. Then tie it in a knot, like that. And now we've got our little crinkle bow. And I just love these, you guys. And if you want to take some of the crinkles out, you can do that just with, using your blow dryer or something with hot air, your heat gun, and just put a little heat in there and pull on it a little bit, and you can get it to the degree of crinkle that you want it to be at. I like it pretty crinkly, so that's why I always keep mine tied up for a long period of time. But that's going to go right there at the top. And I'm wondering, I'm going to take, just to see, I'm going to take a piece of this blue lace and make a small, just a 2-piece bow, a two loop bow. And here's what I am going to do with this, though. I am going to cut this. I've got a glue string on it, of course. It's running across my hand and the scissors. Okay, I'm going to cut this down the middle because I don't want it that wide in the middle of the bow. So I'm just going to cut this right down the center. And I can use the other side another time. Okay, so we've got our little bow here. Let's get this around there and get it tied. I'm honestly surprised I can still do this with my hands. The arthritis is getting really, really, really tough, you guys. It's really starting to kick in, which is a real bummer considering what I love to do in life, which is crafting, and it's crafting little things. It makes it so hard sometimes. And there are days when they just hurt so bad I can't craft at all. So I just put everything down and wait till the next day and try again. Okay, so there we go. So we've got the little blue bow here. And then what if we, and I'm not sure that I want to do this, I just want to check it out and see what it looks like with both on there. We could put it at the top or we could put it at the bottom, but I think I have something else I want to do at the bottom. So really what I should do, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use a piece of our trim here for a loop to make at the top. And we're not going to make it real big. So I think I'm going to put my glue right about here. Press it down on my mat. And cut right down the middle of that. And then we're going to take it and we're going to hook it on there. We're going to glue it on just like that. So let's fold that over. And I'm going to put glue on both pieces. Just like that. And there we go. Now here's the thing. Do we want to use both or not? I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff hanging down the middle of the butterfly there. But I can always kind of glue the bow off to the side as well. It does look quite pretty with both on there, I will say. Let me just put the white and see. So the white's definitely going on. And honestly, I think I just like just the white. I think that's what I want to do, you guys. I like just the plain white, and I'm going to put a little flower in the center of that as well. So we're going to glue this, I think, to the top of the frame here. So I'm just going to pick that up there, and I'm going to glue it right there. So I want to make sure both sides are going in the right direction. And press that down. Okay. And then what I can do is I can take this ribbon, and I think this will make a difference as well, and just sort of maybe glue it down on a couple of spots. Let's see if that's how I want it to be. Or do I want it to just, you know what, I think I'm going to glue it down on the outer edge a little bit, just in a couple of little dots. Because I want it hanging down the edge. I don't want it to the front. Just like that. Take that one. And then we'll take this piece and sort of bring it around and glue it right down here. Oh, and the trash men are here. Trash men are here. I seem to find the noisiest days I can possibly find to do my videos. But what would we do without those guys that pick up our garbage, I'll tell ya. With all the stuff between me and Jeff that we have going on, him in his garage and me in my craft room and all of that, we sure do have a lot of garbage. Okay, now, problem is, here's what we've got. This side is longer, so I'm going to cut this down just a tad. And cut this piece a tad. And put a little dot there. Just trying to get that little piece of glue off of there. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this little end piece down here. There we go. And then this one, let's see, this one doesn't want to sit pretty right now, so let's bring it around just like that. Okay, so there we go. And that looks pretty amazing, you guys. Now I did take out my my nail decals, and I thought maybe I would put a couple of these in a spot or two. Let's see. They might just be too small, but I'm also going to put a flower in the center of that bow. But I just want to look at these. See, these are just beautiful, you guys, and they're perfect to use on the smaller things. And for this, if I'm going to use anything, it's just going to be a little bit of pink. But you know, I kind of feel like I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use these, you guys. I just don't think they're necessary, so I'm not going to waste. But what I am going to do is find one of my porcelain flowers to put. Let's see, I don't have a pink one there, so let me find a pink one. And I've got some different variations. Whoopsies, I dropped one. And I don't want that to get lost, so we're going to find it. Got that. That's the same pretty much. We've got that style. We've got blue. I don't know why I was thinking I had to go pink. I don't have to. And then we've got the bigger blue. Or we could even go, look at how beautiful that looks on there. We could go with 2 blue flowers on there. That looks beautiful. And there's a even smaller one. I don't feel like we need 3 of them though. So I'm looking to see if there's an even smaller flower. I've got a little tiny cream colored flower there that would be pretty. But it's kind of yellowish, and we don't have any yellow going on in this. Those would be pretty in there too. These are very pretty flowers. This came to me in Happy Mail. But those flowers are awesome for something that you want to make look vintagey. I need to order some more of my porcelain flowers. I am literally almost out. I just have this little bit left. I do have my little container that should be right here that should have a couple in it. But really not much. Got that. Oh, I've got these butterflies too. I was thinking I might like to use that. It's way too big. Got a small butterfly that maybe I could put just in the center one. I've got this butterfly too, but that just does not match. And I was thinking I might hang, well, you know what? I might do that from the bottom, maybe. Yeah, those are no bueno. Okay, so. And that's just one of those. I've got one of those out already. All right. This butterfly is super cute. What I'm thinking is maybe to go, sorry about the drinking. That's my puppy dog, you guys. She's just getting a drink of water. And she's a big girl, so she takes big old drinks.
So that looks really very pretty to me.
Right there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And then maybe I've got this little teeny green flower, and if I put that maybe right in there, it'll just fill in that other little spot. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's necessary. I might save that because it's the only teeny tiny porcelain flower I have. I mean, actually I have these grayish ones, but those don't seem to go with anything so far. They've all been sitting in there just not getting used. But they're still pretty. I will find something one day. But I just haven't found anything yet. Also got the couple of pink flowers. And we could go with a blue and a pink just to add a little bit of additional color in there, which also looks very pretty. But for me, personally, I like the 2 blue flowers. The yellow flowers are gorgeous as well, and yellow would definitely go with this, you guys.
That looks beautiful with a yellow and a blue.
And I could even take and put maybe 2 blue ones and a yellow sort of in the middle there.
I mean, that looks beautiful.
Huh. Or what we could do is we could take and we could leave this beautiful big blue one there, and we could put, say, a yellow one in the middle and a smaller blue one on this side. Like that. And that looks very, very pretty. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I've also got these that are so super pretty. These blue rhinestones. What I could do is just put the blue flower in there and put those two blue rhinestones on the sides. That's what we're going to do there. Absolutely, 100%. I'm sold. So, we're ready to put this on. She's going to go right in the middle there. There we go. And then I'm going to put a dot of glue there. And put that one on there. And a dot of glue right there. There we go. And then I really kind of still feel like I need another flower in there. But now I kind of got myself in a jam because these are not going to fit so very well now. Now that one will go in sideways. That one's a bit bigger. Let's see. This yellow one is a nice size. Oh, guys, what am I going to do? No, Holly. Go on. Go on, pumpkin. Let's see. Maybe if I do that, and maybe place that right in there. No, I don't think that quite goes. Oh boy, you guys. Now what? I always get myself in this bind at the last possible minute. Okay. Oh, look at that. I can actually lift that up a little bit and get that yellow flower right under there. I think that's what we're going to do right there. Or do we want to put one of the little blue ones and make it all blue? I kind of like the yellow one in there, you guys. I really feel like the yellow kind of sets it off a little bit better. Gives it a little bit of contrast, which I always feel like you need a little bit of contrast somewhere in these kinds of projects. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to put that little yellow rose right in there. Is this one a little smaller? I think this one's a little bit smaller. Yeah, we're going to use that one. All right, so let me get some glue right on there and press that right in to its little spot. Look at how perfectly that went in there. Okay. I'm thrilled with the way that looks. The only other thing that I would maybe choose to do would be to take maybe a piece of this on each one of these rounds and put it around the edge, and that really does look gorgeous. So here we go, you guys. We're off to the finish line, but we are going to do this. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to need to be. Let's see if I can just kind of pull it around. Wait, you know what? We're just going to do it this way so that I can make sure that I have enough going around. Don't try to put glue on the whole thing at one time, guys, because it will cure before you can get to it. And then you'll just have a mess. You'll have a whole bunch of lumps. And yes, I should not have waited to the last minute to do this, to make this decision, but it was one that I hadn't made before I got started, so that's okay. We all change our minds in the middle of our projects. If we weren't creators, if we weren't artistic, we would just do whatever. But most of us don't just do whatever. We have to think about it, and we have to change our minds. And this looks gorgeous. This was a brilliant idea. So I'm glad that I thought of it, because I think that was a really, really great idea to put that on there. I'm going to put some glue right on there. Flop it over and onto my mat. And we're going to snip that right there. And come right around. You guys, I am thrilled, absolutely 100% thrilled with how that looks. That made all the difference in the world. It just finished it right off. Okay, so let's get the rest of this down. Get some on this one. And we'll just start right up here at the top. Get a little ways around there. Ooh, I don't even think I've paused my camera one time today. Wow, that's something. That almost never happens. I'm hoping, I haven't looked up at my camera to see how much time we've got on the clock, but I'm hoping this is going to be under an hour. I don't know if that's possible for me, though. I'm not very good at less than an hour videos. Okay, let me put my glue right there. Pop it down on the mat. And we are going to cut that right Okay. And that looks beautiful. And I also have somewhere around here some little bows that I just love. I'm just not sure where I put them. If they're close by or not. Who knows? They could be anywhere, you guys. Oh well. Not going to worry about that at this very moment. Okay, so we've got those two done.
Look at how beautiful that looks.
Okay. Now one more. One more. Holly, you gotta go out, pumpkin.
Go on. Go on.
Out you go. You can't come in here. Holly. Holly ho. She's looking at me, my poor puppy. She's looking at me like, how dare you tell me that I can't be in here? And she's not moving. She's just standing there staring at me. She's so adorable. Huge but adorable at the same time. She's such a baby at heart. She's definitely acts like a puppy, but you would never know it if you looked at her because she weighs 100 pounds. But she is the sweetest little puppy ever. I mean, she's a year old now. She's not a puppy, but she's definitely still in the puppy phase. She's gotten way better about not chewing things up, though. We've got her, I think, pretty much trained not to do that. So thank goodness, because that was getting really bad, because I can't tell you how many pairs of Jeff's glasses she chewed up. And she never got my glasses, but I don't take any chances with my glasses. You know, you guys, I've had the same pair of glasses, which honestly, I need new glasses terribly. I cannot see hardly through these, but it's not in the cards right at this moment, so I just keep using them. But I've been wearing them for, I don't know, 15, 16 years now. And I know my eyes have changed insanely since I got these glasses. If I take them off, I can't see anything. Everything's a big blur. And my eyes didn't used to be that bad. I could take them off and still pretty much see anything I needed to do. But not anymore. If I was to lose them, I would be in such trouble. So I keep trying to think of where I could go to get them cheap. And I noticed that Costco is a place where you can go and get glasses. I don't know if you guys all have Costco's, but we have Costco. It's the big box store. And they, I've read that you can get them there for total price like $280 is the average. So I keep thinking maybe that's what I need to do, is just get myself over to Costco and get a pair of glasses. That's not gonna work. Trying to decide. I'm going to be using all of these blue flowers, but they just look so pretty. This is like the one above, only just slightly smaller, so it goes bigger to smaller. And I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. I just wish I knew where my bows were. I know they're right around here somewhere because I had them in my hands the other day, but I've been moving stuff around. And I know I moved those and put them in something. I put them in a box or something, if I recall. I just don't know. And I've got some here, but they're not all the same color. Let's see what we've got. We've got 2 different colored blues here, and I'm just wondering if maybe I just put one on one of these and then put my other piece on the bottom, which is what I was going to do. Maybe that would work. If I was to put that and that there. Whoops. See if I can get it to sit there for a second. Just a second. It's not going to do it. I'm not doing a good job of positioning the flower. Okay, so that, like that. I mean, I could go with a white bow on the bottom one. That would work okay, but this is what I want to do on the very bottom. I've got so many long hanging earrings and things that I've bought for my projects. I was thinking something like this to hang from the bottom. And this is a nice one because it's got that nice big white bow on it. I'm kind of thinking that's going to be the one because it really is good. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, the thing is it's got an eye pin popping up right there. So I think I'm going to put this down and turn that eye pin. I think here's what I'll do. I'll turn the eye pin, grab one of my little rhinestones here, I'm thinking, and put that at the top. That one might be too big. Let's see, guys. I could put that there. Or maybe just a pearl. How about just a pearl? That would be pretty. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a dot of E6000. Right there. Whoopsies. And add my little pearl. Just like that. Oops. It's off to the side a little bit. There we go. We'll just add our little pearl right there. And I'm going to let this dry for just a few minutes, you guys. Oh, I've let it spin around, so I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to let that dry for just a few minutes. And then I'll add it to the bottom. Actually, I could add it to the bottom now. Just like that. We'll add a little bit of hot glue. Pull this around and press that down. Like that. Okay, so that's going to go there. I think what I might do is I might add just a dot of resin here between the bow and the pearl, just to hold those two pieces in place together. So I'm going to let that sit under the light for about 3 minutes, you guys, and I will be right back. Okay, so now we are going to add this bow here. I'm going to put a decent amount of hot glue on that. Try and get it sitting on there straight. And for this, we're going to use some E6000 and some hot glue. The hot glue will get it stuck for now, and the E6000 will keep it stuck. So I'm going to put a dot of that on each side. If I can get that lid back on there so that we don't have that oozing all over the place. And then grab the hot glue. And I've got this in an awkward position in my hand, so we're going to try and put that on there straight. There we go. That looks really nice. And then we've got to do, where's the one we were putting on the bottom? Oh, I think this one was supposed to go there. No, I guess those are pretty much the same. That's okay. I could go with this, or I could go with one of these little ones at the bottom, just to make it a little bit different, but still have a nice little pretty flower there. Let's see. This one looks like it might be open a little bit more. Okay, yeah, that one's better. That's what we're going to do. Right there. And I think with this as well, go on out, baby. Go on. I know you got to go outside with Dad and get the trash cans. That was so exciting. So exciting for you, huh? Yeah. I went and bought her some new treats today, so she was so excited because she got some nice fresh treats and a couple of different ones that I hadn't bought before, and she was so excited. Okay, there we go. I love it. I'm thrilled. I'm excited, and this is different and fun, and I just love it. I love this crinkly bow up at the top. I may take my my blow dryer and I may just take a little bit of the crinkle out. Not much though, because I really do like the crinkle in this. I've got this one piece of ribbon that is not crinkly enough, but it wants to scooch itself in front of everybody else, so we'll put that back. Okay, that one goes over there. And so there we have it, you guys. I'm going to put some beautiful pictures of this
so that you can see it really, really, really well. But for now, this will show you. Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? I think it turned out amazing. This will be available in my Etsy shop. And let me zoom in so you can kind of see a little bit better how each piece is looking. There's the top. There's the middle. I love that heart with the flowers. I love that. I've got to go through my stuff and find the rest of those stickers because they are so beautiful. And these butterflies are gorgeous too. And these are all Temu products. So I will find the links to these stickers for you. These rhinestones were given to me as gifts, you guys, so I don't have a link to those. I have a link to some smaller ones, but they're just more of just sort of your clear. I don't even have any out right here. I thought I did. Sort of like these. I got a link to these, and I've got a link to some that are more of a clear AB kind of look. Same size as those. But that would be something that, you know, you guys could use in place of these, especially since you guys are probably not all going to do blue
blue works of art. They've got these butterflies and flowers in just about every color you can imagine. So you can really take off and do this any way you want. This key would be pretty kind of somewhere on this. Looks pretty in the middle like that. That looks very pretty. But I don't think I'm going to add that to this one. I'm going to leave this just the way it is. Let me back off again. And that is, whoa, that is a big mess over there. That is what we have, you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I so enjoyed doing it. And I appreciate you all watching and being a part of my channel. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It would help me out a bundle. Make a comment, give me a thumbs up, and you guys be safe, be well, be blessed, take care of yourselves, and I love you all. You're all the greatest, and I don't know what I'd do without you. This is the joy of my life right now. So you guys be careful, be well, and stay tuned for pictures on the back end. God bless. Bye-bye.